Hi, it's Pat here, and today I'm responding to a video response that Harry Reasoner made on my behalf. That was to the video that I posted some time ago, Problem Questions for Atheists. Harry's been a good friend of mine on YouTube, although we've had some contention over the years, and sometimes I wonder if he regards me as a friend, so it's nice to hear him say that now. The first point that you raised was you questioned my title, Problem Questions for Atheists, and you made the claim that the video had nothing to do with religion. Well, that's right, it doesn't have anything to do with religion. The term atheist doesn't have anything to do with evolution either. But you see, the reason that I titled it Problem Questions for Atheists is because my experience has been on YouTube that whenever discussing these topics on intelligent design versus evolution, etc., I'm almost always speaking to an atheist. And that's why I've addressed the video to atheists. I could have said evolutionists, but then you would probably get a few Ken Millers, deists and theists that have some kind of a belief in evolution. And I wasn't targeting them. I specifically wanted to speak to atheist evolutionists. That's why I titled it that way. The good thing about YouTube is that anything that appears misleading can be explained upon request. So I think I've explained that. I hope I have. The second point that you talked about was transitional forms, and you made a claim that surely it's not hard to grasp that small change over vast amounts of time can amount to dramatic morphological change. No, it's not hard to grasp. I can totally understand the concept. The point I'm trying to make is that what scientists are doing is they are taking examples of observable change within the species, at species level or within the species, that we can test, predict and observe today, in strains of bacteria, etc. And they're using that evidence to say that dramatic morphological change can happen. And without saying that no, that's wrong or that's right, I'm simply making the case that although small observable change has been noted today at species level, dramatic morphological change above and beyond species level has not and cannot be observed, simply for the fact that even if it were true, it just takes too long. And as Richard Dawkins said in his video on his new book, he said, we don't see evolution happening because we don't live long enough. Well, what did he mean by that? Well, that's what he meant. We can't observe dramatic morphological change because it just takes so long. So to say that the small observable change within a species that we can observe can amount to dramatic morphological change that we can't observe is a leap of faith. They're two different phenomena. One has been observed, the other has not been observed. Now, predictive, I mentioned prediction, can it be predicted? And you brought the example of Tiktaalik, and you said it was predicted where they would find such a creature, etc. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about predictions in the fossil record. I'm talking about living predictions. I'm talking about, for instance, with bacteria, it has been predicted that if you change the circumstance, that they will develop a resistance to this or resistance to that. And there's some evidence for that, observable evidence in real time. But you can never expect to find to be able to predict that changing the environment of a particular creature will cause it to morph into a different kind of creature, let's say from a land creature to a sea creature, because simply for the fact that even if it were true, time is a factor that will prevent that from ever being observable, and that's the point I'm trying to make. I'm not trying to specifically disprove evolution. I'm just saying that you can't use the example of small observable change that is observable to prove dramatic morphological change that isn't observable. That's what I'm trying to say. Lastly, you mentioned my religious beliefs. I'm not even going to go into that. The video wasn't about my religious beliefs. As you know, Earl, my focus on YouTube is not to discuss religious beliefs, although I occasionally digress. It's not why I'm here. I'm here to talk about the first step issue of is there a God or not, because I don't think that speaking to, in particular, atheists, there's any point bringing up any philosophical, religious discussion if they don't believe in the existence of an intelligent designer in the first place. So that's why I've stuck to that issue. Anyway, I'll take a look at your second one, and I'll try and answer those questions as well, Earl. And once again, thanks for your video.